Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to this edition of Yorkville Sports. You're in the nest, the Eagles Nest, and I'm your host, Joe Patrick. My co-host, Clark Wright, he's in the gym. He's taking care of another swing out with some of the guys, so he'll be out here later. We're going to give you all the scores and rundowns from last week and tell you a little something about Bill Stanton. That's the 8-year-old team. The 8U team, they're doing their thing. I mean, these guys are like the big dogs, the real big guys. They're putting a smackdown on some people, and we're going to tell you all about it. We had a walk-off hit that scored the game-winning runs a couple of weeks ago, and we want to give you all of that when we return to the Eagles Nest. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. You're in the nest, the Eagles Nest, and you know who I am, but who's this guy?
Clark Wright.
There he is. That's the right answer, because that's who it is.
Right.
Well, anyway, we were in full effect last week, as we are every week. We're in week 3 of our travel baseball season, and we had some pretty interesting wins and a couple of interesting losses, but win, lose, or draw, it's all about the boys and the things in which they do. So we're here to give you the scores and the rundowns for last week, April 26th of this year. So we're going to start off with the 8U. And 8U, that team has been doing some amazing things. I mean, it's like they're hitting layups with a baseball.
They're doing layups, but they're behind the three-point line. Let's just say that.
Wow.
They're making it look easy out there.
That's right. Well, that's Bill Stanton's young team. That's the 8U guys, and I mean, they play like big men. So let's give you the scores. In the first game, they won their first game 6-5, and that 6-5 win was something of epic proportion. I'm going to say they won with a walk-off. That whole thing. So, and in the second game, they won 14-4. So, Clark, tell us about that walk-off. Tell us about it.
I was talking to assistant Coach Ben, and he told me that big dog Byron Arias hit a beast walk-off inside the park home run to right field. On that field in Randall's Island, there's no fence, so it could have easily been over the fence, is what Ben told me. And
Nice.
so this was a shot. And Byron is a serious ball player. We'd love to have him in our program. And he's been around for close to 2 years now. And this guy can pitch. He can hit. I think he hits 3 or 4 for those guys. And they came away with the 6-5 W. That's what it's all about.
Okay.
Shout out to Byron. Great job, man.
All right, and Jayden Yohai, he led off that inning in that first game, and he had a great at bat. From what I understand, they were down 2-0. They were down 0-2. They didn't have any runs scored, but they were losing by 2 runs. And he fouled off a couple of tough pitches, and then he lined a double to right center. And then that's when Byron came in and he fouled it off with a walk-off inside the park home run. So they gave him that 6-5 win. That's got to be a great way.
It's a great feeling.
I mean, I wondered, did the guys meet him at home plate and start
they
piling
had
on
to
him?
have.
They had to have done that, right?
Absolutely.
That's interesting.
And Jayden Yohai's got those wheels too, so he probably had no difficulty scoring on that.
Oh, he can run?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
I think he hits leadoff for them. I'm not sure.
that's
but
interesting. You know, no wonder I can never catch him when I'm running, trying to get him.
he's a wild one.
And he's running around here and
He's
all
a wild
kinds of
one.
stuff. So, tell us about a little about the second game.
Okay. Game 2, Chase Stanton and Will Stevens both pitched an inning in relief, and Eric Castro and Nicholas Arenio pitched Game 1. Eric threw 3 good innings, and Nicholas came in for 2 innings of relief. And, pitching at this age, 8U, is very difficult.
Okay.
One of the reasons why is the kids are smaller. So as a pitcher, we've got a small strike zone, and, pitching is not an easy thing, especially in pressure situations. So 8U seems like they've got it together, and they won that second game. What was the score on that second game?
The score in the second game was 14-4.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
I'm talking about guys, that's how you do it. We want to win, right? But if you're going to put the smack down, smack them. Don't even let them sit up there and think that they can even come back on you. So 14-4, that's 10
how
runs.
it's done.
That's how it's done. But
it's nothing's more exciting than the walk-off, though.
No,
so,
you're right about that.
very nice.
I never had a walk-off anything. The only thing I did was walk off the job. I didn't like you. I quit. I'm out of here. I walked off that job. I tell you that much. But in the second,
how many jobs was that? Just
only,
one.
Only one.
Just one.
Only one. I loved all my jobs I had.
The first one was Fox Sports.
Oh, yeah.
Recently left Sports Center.
Okay.
And
yeah,
now we got fully upgraded to the Eagles Nest.
There you go. Best place in town.
That's what's up.
Anyway, for the 8U, and then we're going to move on to the rest of the scores. We don't want to, just sit on the 8U guys too much. But anyway, we had Steven, Dylan, Byron, Miguel, Chase, and Gray all had great days at the plate. Had a great day at the plate. So we want to give a shout out to the entire team. Bill, keep it going. You know what? You know why they're doing so well, Bill? Because I told them not to check swing. Don't check swing. Swing the bats.
Swing them.
That's right. They swing the bats. They hit the ball. They don't check swing. You can tell them stories about the check swing later. But anyway, Bill, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. So now we're going to go into the 9U South. What was our scores over there?
9U South, first game they're away. First game they lost 10-0. Second game they turned it around a little bit better. Still came back with the loss, though, 10-9. Those guys have been having a tough season. I've seen them in action. They're good ball players. They've got a great coach in Adolphe. However, they're just not putting it all together right now. I think it comes down to their pitching. Giving up 10 runs in each game.
Yeah, that's tough. You
got to throw strikes.
You got to throw strikes. Not only that, and when the pitcher's not throwing strikes, the catcher has got to back him up. I mean, you got to dig those balls out of the dirt. I mean, because remember, all those errors help score runs.
Got to be a brick wall back there.
Yeah, but we don't like to expound too much on the losses and the scores of the losses, but they happen. And the reason why we even talking about this the first game, the 10-0 loss, is because they came back and they lost 10-9. So that means those 9 runs proves that the boys can do their thing.
Right.
They can get it together. So we'll see what happens. So with that, we're going to move on. This is the 9U North. 9U North. They lost the game 13-4. In their first game, that was the away game, and then their home game, they lost again 15-8. So that means again that the teams are playing better in the second game. At least these two teams, the 9U North and South, they're doing better in the second games. So we just got to keep our heads in it.
Our 9Us have had a little bit of trouble so far, but 9U North, they have some ballers on that team as well.
Okay.
They've got Vic, he's a stud catcher, and Sean Dozier, he's a beast at the plate as well. So they gotta be confident. I feel like they're missing some confidence out there.
All right.
You gotta have a little swag out there and have fun in what you're doing. So
All right, that's it. And I have to tell you, if you lack any confidence, guys, just come on in here. Let me chase you around the gym with that bat. You'll get some confidence. You get the confidence to keep running. Anyway, guys, you better hit. Anyway, I would never do that. No violence around here. But anyway, so that was the 9U North and 9U South. We're going to go into the 10U division. And Clark, that's your team. I'm going to, I'll start off. You give me the color. In your first game, which was your home game, you tied. 7-7.
Yeah, I hate to tie, man. I hate tying.
What happened?
We had a 2 o'clock game, and from what I heard, the guys got out there at about 12 o'clock with their parents. Supposedly they couldn't sit at home and just relax and chill on the couch. They're out at Randall's, and it was a sunny day. So I think they were drained. They're out there for 2 hours practicing. Come game time, they
had nothing left.
No, they had it. They had it, but they weren't in they weren't their regular selves. You could tell. The energy was not fully there. Our bats were cold. Game one, pitching was good. Sam Friedman threw a great game. They hit us hard once we took Sam out, and we had some walks and stuff. But the main thing is, we started out soft with zero energy, and you cannot start a game that way.
That's right.
The momentum's going to go to the other team immediately. And we did actually come back to tie it up in the bottom of the inning. We were down 7-4, so we came back and were able to tie it, which was good. But that was a team we could have beat, which we did do. In the second game, we won 13-1. So that just proves that they just came out kind of soft game one. But, hey, it happens, man.
Well, anyway, like Clark said, they came back in the second game and they won 13-1. So all I can say is, like Bob Marley said, all I ever heard, redemption song. You know what I'm saying? They sang that song to the other guys and they say, hey, listen, we gave you a break the first game. We let you think that you can play with us, right. But now we have to show you what real birds do, what real eagles do, and what eagles do.
You tell them.
We grab them with those talents, and they shook them around, and they won that game 13-1.
Shout out to Theo King, pitched a spectacular game through 4 innings, and he did an awesome job. And the bats finally came alive, game 2. So.
Okay.
And also a little shout out to Zach Newman. He was playing pretty hurt with a bad hamstring. He hit one to right center and was hobbling around the bases from first, second, and third, and slid into third and made it. So, playing hurt, playing with a lot of heart, you got to respect that.
That's
so.
it. Grown man move.
Yep.
Grown man move.
Big dog
running
move.
around.
Yep.
Big dog move. Okay, so now we're going to go into 10U. Nope, we did the 10U South. Let's do the 10U North. They lost their first game 10-2, and they won their second. No, they lost their second game 15-4, 10-2 and 15-4. So here we go. We're talking about the 10U team.
Another team that's been having difficulty. They've been playing some good teams. It looks like if a team's putting up 15 or 10 runs on you.
What do you think? Is the defense?
I think it's a little bit of the pitching. They have some good guys that can play, though. Justin Durso is an excellent pitcher.
Okay.
Those guys are working out right now. Andrew Greff comes in here a lot and has a lot of training, and he's been hitting the ball well in here. So I don't know how it's really panning out there, but, still got to keep playing hard, plugging away. It's just the beginning of the season so far. So.
All right. Well, it's not over until it's over. It's still not over until the fat lady sings. And, Yogi Berra said it. So if Yogi can say it, you got to listen to Yogi. And I don't mean Yogi Bear. You got to listen to what we're saying. Guys, keep playing till the end. Never stop. Keep your legs moving. Keep the bat swinging. Do what you got to do. All right? So now we're going to go into the 11U South team. The 11U South. They lost their first game. They split. They lost their first game 4-2, and then in the second game they came back and they won 2-1. So what does that say? That says that the team is playing really consistent baseball.
Looks like good defense and good pitching to win 2-1. Give up only 1 run.
That's right.
That sounds like excellent pitching to me.
All right. So no, we gotta.
And we have breaking news that Jayden had a home run. Game 1 or 2. Game 2.
Game 2. So is that game? He had a. So wait a minute. Game 2. They only had 2 runs.
Okay, we had a 2-run shot by the beast, Jayden. Something similar of that effect.
Right.
All we know is he had a great game.
All right. So you know what that. So all that means. All that means is that this working out in the cage out here, it's proving out on the field. I mean, we're proving that if you put in the work, the results are going to be out there in the field.
Absolutely.
Right?
You got to put in your work.
So, Jayden, I know you're over there somewhere, guy. Shout out to you. Jayden. Home run. There you go. Walk off? No, it's not a walk off.
No, I don't think it was a
All
walk-off.
right. But did you?
Jayden, come in real quick.
Come on, come in here. Watch
We got
your
a
foot,
guest
watch your
appearance.
foot. Watch your foot. Step over.
So tell us real quick what happened in those two games. Give
Keep
us a
going,
little
right
insight.
right there. All right.
Well, in the first game, we lost 4-2. There's a couple bad calls in the first inning that kind of shifted the momentum. They got 3 runs, but there's a couple missed calls, so that kind of cost us the game because we played good defense, but we didn't really score any runs.
Okay.
And in the second game, it was 0-0. I hit a home run. It went over
Was that a Randall's?
The second game, he's being a ham. We need to glaze this guy. In the second game, he put the smackdown on him. Tell him what you hit a home run.
Yeah.
Man, act a
That's
little bit more
dope.
enthusiastic. I hit that home run. I knocked it out the park. I did my
Not
thing,
out of the
right?
park.
You didn't knock it out of the
There
park?
wasn't any fence.
There wasn't any fence,
Played
but they just kept running, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Keep running. That's right. Keep running for those balls. Maybe you might catch him before he makes it to home or something
And then
like that.
it was 1-0. We were up. I hit a fly ball to center field as a sac fly. He scored.
Nice.
So it's 2-0. Also, this kid Liam, he pitched 5 innings. He had 0 runs.
Wow.
We bring in
Nice,
another
Liam.
pitcher, Ryan. In the last inning, he gave 1 run, but we still held on and we won 2-1.
All right, there you have. You heard it from. He's not a horse, not yet. He's not the. He's a pony. You heard it from the pony's mouth. You heard that? All right, there you go. They put the smackdown. Smacked them 2-1. It doesn't matter. Okay, get out of here. Go that way.
Good job,
Go
Jayden.
that way. Get out of here. All right. So anyway, that's what happened. That's with the 11U South team. So keep up the good work, guys. And I know all that good work and all that hard work in the gym pays off. So the 11U North team. Again, they lost both their games, but I have to tell you, they dropped the game, their home game. They dropped it 7-5, and then they lost the second game 9-8. So look at that. I mean, winning is only everything if you're getting paid for it. I'm just going to say it that way. If you're getting paid to win, like the professionals, okay, then this means something. Here we play for pride, we play for respect, and we play to learn the game.
That's true.
And anytime that you have 7-5 losses, 9-8 losses, that means the boys are playing good enough to win.
Playing hard.
They just have to fix a couple of, tweak it here and there, and it all comes down to defense. If they have 9 points and 1 point more than you, 1 run more than you, that means it's either pitching or your defense. So guys, just work hard at it. That's all I got to say.
I agree.
You agree?
These guys work hard in the
There you
cage.
go.
They have good turnouts for their swing outs,
There you go.
and I don't think hitting is really the problem. I think it's a little bit of pitching and defense. So if you put those two together, come out better than that. So keep working at it.
Okay, 12U. We're not even going to tell you the score of the first 12U game. We're going to give you the second game. They did lose, but it was a 6-3 loss. The first game's not even important, but it's not even important. They did lose the game, but it's not important to score. So in the second game again, it was a 6-3 loss. So
Yeah, these guys need to start focusing because they come in their swing outs and there's a lot of joking around and whatnot. It's up to you to put your work in. We can't do it for you. That's all I'm going to say about that for 12U.
That's it. Okay. Now 13U.
This is what I'm trying to tell
These
you,
guys
Brad.
hit bombs. It's that simple.
I
I'm
see
talking
you
about
out
there, Brad. I know you're watching
round
this,
trippers,
so I have to let you know.
not
keep up
running
the good
around
work.
until
These
you get a
guys
home run.
dropped the
I'm
first
talking about
2
over
games
the
of the
fence.
season.
Now, I don't know if
and
they're
now
gonna be
they're
able to do
on
that
a
on
roll.
this
It's
field,
like
on
an
these fields
avalanche.
that they're
It's
playing
just
on.
coming
straight,
down.
But I mean, because they are
Let me
bigger.
just back that up. a
But
little bit.
yeah,
I didn't wanna
these guys.
use- Let me
These guys
let me
are-
rephrase
and I have
that.
to say
They
something
played
about,
hard.
Patrick,
due to
right?
the,
Patrick, who's one of their
the
pitchers.
avalanche over on
In
Mount
the first,
Everest and all those
last
things.
week,
I guess that's the
or
wrong
the week
word for me
before,
to use
Patrick
because
couldn't
there's
get the
a-
ball
this
over
was
the
a
plate, couldn't hit
catastrophe
the
of epic
broadside of a
proportion over
barn.
there
He could
in
just
the Himalayas, so
hit it.
we don't
He couldn't
want
do anything with
say
it.
anything.
But Patrick is one of their
that
best
even
pitchers,
denotes
control,
anything
power, and
about
everything
an
else.
avalanche
Another
right
big
now,
guy.
because that had an avalanche
This
game.
guy was
Anyway,
throwing
I just wanted to let
off
you know that
speed,
the 13
change-ups,
our
fastballs
big boys,
in
I
that
mean, they
first
are
game
really
that
putting
these
a
boys
hurting on 'em.
just they couldn't
what is it?
see it.
They won the first game
They
17-3.
they just could not see what was going on.
That's
he
the big
threw
hurt,
so
right?
well.
That's called the big hurt.
That's
the
the big
guy's
hurt.
back.
And in the last game, they won
He threw
8-5. So they went to
crazy
sleep a little
curve in
bit.
there,
But
and
again,
it
as we always say, Brad,
and
you
it
know
died
what?
down, and the guy went
Taking
down to
the
get it. All
mercy.
you can hear is
You could have mercy them.
did make
He
it
gave
out
up the
to,
3 runs, no
to
problem.
the
But
second
anytime
baseman,
that
he was
they're
thrown
ready,
out
just
at
take
first
them, put them on
base,
the bus,
but it
take
had
the mercy
nothing
hospital,
on it.
Long
You
Island,
heard
drop
the,
them
you
off.
guys
Drop
know
them off.
the
Brad
sound
told
of
me
a
that the
bat when
pitching
it
for them
breaks.
has been
That's
exceptional.
what it
Chris
was.
Ling is their
And I'm
game
sitting up
one
there, oh
starter.
wow, he broke his back.
He's throwing some junk up for them. Both at the plate
He had a whole
and
lot
on
of
the
junk in
mound.
his trunk that day.
And,
Boy, I ain't gonna lie to
Game
you.
2 started
He had it in
Patrick
there.
Saw.
He had a whole
That's
lot in
it.
there.
Named-
So
named by
much that
Big Joe.
Patrick, you got a new nickname, guy. We're calling you the Saw.
bats out.
He's
Zzz.
sawing off
You know what?
people's backs. So there you go.
Remind the guys, when
Patrick
they
the
break the
Saw.
bats,
That's
remind
it.
them,
All right,
come in
nickname,
here
man.
and
I
get
like
some of
that.
that
That's
big
Saw.
league
That's
wood
it.
that we
He's the
have
Saw.
here. You know,
Steal the
don't
Saw.
use those.
That's
Louisville
hey Patrick,
suckers, I
it's
guess
long
they're
season,
really
man.
good,
Break
but,
a
you
whole
know,
lot of
those
bats.
are the ones that we're
And
tearing
you know
up.
what?
So,
And then tell them to come in
Saw.
here and
Keep
get
it
one
up,
of
Patrick.
these pro bats that we use around here. See,
These
we
guys are all hitting the ball well.
Okay.
There's no doubt about it.
All right. Now we're going to round out the report with our 14U team. That's our really, those are our senior statesmen over there. That's Greg Downing's team. And this is a good team, but remember, they're playing on a big level, so to speak. I mean, they lost their first game 13-5, but they came around and they won the second game 9-2. So, you know, anybody can beat anybody on any given day, and that's all I can say.
Hey, man. Greg works those guys pretty hard, and they've definitely got some talent on that team. And got to keep plugging away. Work on that pitching and keep hitting the ball hard. And they put their work in during the swingouts as well, so good for them. I think they're above 500 right now. So
there you go. Well, that's the buzzer. We're getting ready to rotate some new teams into the gym. Clark's got to go because he's got to work on these swingouts with these boys. Get them ready for next week. And Clark, is there anything you want to say in closing out there?
no, just big ups to the teams. Keep working hard. Go Rangers tonight.
No, there you go. There you go.
Baseball is fully back now.
All right,
so
well,
it's a good thing.
There you have it, folks. And you've been watching The Nest, the Eagles' Nest. And I'm Joe, and that's Clark. And you know what we do? We come down, we use our talents. We're Eagles. We fly higher than everybody else. We grab teams by the talents. And what we do, Clark?
Joe and everybody else, they shake them up.
That's right. We shake them around and we shake things up to bring about the best sports program here in New York City, and that's the Yorkville program. And if you want to get any more information about it, all you got to do is log on to yyaa.org and click on the sport of your choice. You know, we're signing and registering people for the fall of next year. I know it's early, but you know, you got to get in here early because you may not get a spot. You know how many people we turn away? Half the city turns away because
We got bouncers out here. That's why Joe's been lifting, man. Look at this guy. This
I
guy turned people away.
They're after me. But anyway, you can always call us also at 212-360-0022. Just call the office. We'll get you all set up. So that's it. And we'll see you next week.
Next week.
All right.